Latest topics in entertainment. I'm Brittany Jones-Cooper.
I'm Shannon Coffey.
I'm Allie Colbert.
And I'm Lucas Tim. Hi,
we have a beautiful audience today. I love this energy.
Loving the energy.
Yeah. Love it.
Well, you guys, let's jump right in.
Jump right in.
Actress KERRY Washington is set to executive produce and star in the new HULU drama Old City Blues. The series, which is currently under development, is based on a graphic novel of the same name and takes place in the year 2048. The futuristic drama follows the fight of a select few to keep New Athens, formerly known as Greece, in order. This sounds a little like future-y, sci-fi. It kind of feels like something you might care about.
Well, yeah. It definitely follows the trend TV's taking with dystopian futures. We're definitely living in a time when, through basically started by The Leftovers and Handmaid's Tale, like we want to watch things of a future that's sadder than the present. Right?
Yeah.
I think this also, it's the second project she's working on with HULU. She's also doing Little Fires Everywhere with Reese Witherspoon, which she's also starring and producing. And so I think what's significant about this is that KERRY Washington is really producing and developing her own projects and kind of taking charge in the post-Scandal world.
Obviously, we know her from Scandal. She did several seasons on that. But that's a Shonda Rhimes show. And I've noticed that a lot of the people who work and star in Shonda Rhimes shows then get behind the camera and start directing. So KERRY Washington, I believe, directed some episodes of Scandal. They start producing. They start becoming EPs. I love how you can just see them like taking more control of their careers that way.
Yeah.
So I think KERRY's like a perfect example of that.
Yeah, I love that new trend. I feel like we haven't really seen actors being announced in projects and not heard they're also producing, and I love that. Like, I think having more say in the project really brings it to life in a way that, like, when you're just an actor, you have so little input.
Just an actor.
Just an actor, you know, that you really want to get in there and make more decisions. Yeah, I really liked, have you guys seen The Sinner? Jessica Biel was the producer on that, and she's also producing the second season, which is even better than the first season. And I love that show, and I'm really saying, like, hey, Jessica Biel, you changed my attitude on you.
Right.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, you like her a lot?
She acted really well in the first season, too. I was like...
You're like, good job, Jessica Biel.
Yeah, like Jessica Biel came out of nowhere on that one.
Yeah, she kind of did. Like,
she did.
Disappeared. She was like just married to Justin Timberlake, and then now she's a producer and star of this great show.
I love when actors talk about like how they're like directors now. They're just like, I really wanted to like really get behind the scenes and take control of this one.
Right.
Like I just think it's so funny. Like, you know, obviously it's different, but it's still like all part of the same world, and just like the way they talk about it is just kind of funny. Angelina Jolie, I mean, she directs a ton of projects now, and obviously Reese Witherspoon comes back.
Right.
To the dystopian future thing, Elizabeth Moss is an EP on Handmaid's Tale, and she's talked about why that was important for her, why she demanded that title, and how she actually has some creative control over it. And I'm not an actress, but I would imagine at some point you get sick of just always being told like what you can do or what roles you should take. And like when you're really involved in creating your own, that must feel really empowering.
And we discussed Julie Louis-Dreyfus as VP the other day. That was a big thing for her with contract negotiations, I think, a year ago, was becoming an EP, because you get, in LA, when TV shows are developed, when they're made, when scripts come in, EPs get a pass at the scripts. They can put notes in. You have way more input and control. So with KERRY Washington, from going just being, you know, she was, the first black woman to star in a drama, first time in how many years when Scandal came out. And so now to go with this, and like, this is not a network show, this is a streaming dystopian, very different than Scandal, but she's partly in charge of it. I think it's really cool for her.
Agreed, and I love the first time I saw her was in Save the Last Dance. Anybody? No, you don't remember? She played the brother, so to watch her like in these little tiny roles to where she's at is just like so badass.
She's also an incredible public speaker, and I think she will run for office.
An activist, yes.
Activist.
Really?
I heard her speak at GLISTEN, this event that against bullying of LGBT community. She was spectacular. Like I was inspired. Like this woman should run for something one day, hopefully.
She's super outspoken and politically active. I mean, she was out there campaigning for Hillary. She's like tight with Michelle Obama. Like, I could see it. Yeah.
Well, speaking of other outspoken women, grab the popcorn and pour the Pinot. This season of the season 10 finale of The Real Housewives of New York is tonight.
Woo!
Excited.
Yeah.
As usual, tonight's episode promised to be filled with plenty of drama, scandal, and snarky one-liners. Let's take a quick look at what viewers can expect.
The Real Housewives of New York City.
Welcome to hashtag Countess and Friends.
Yes, queen.
Sound check. This is for real. This is happening.
Is John coming tonight?
Nope.
Is he in town?
Not invited.
Luann invited Scott to come tonight.
I've been with John for 6 years, and Scott's invited, who she's met once.
You ready?
I was very disappointed and hurt that you never responded to my invitation. I'd like to congratulate you.
Noted.
You say you support women, obviously you don't. Well, Bethany.
Wait, I just want to clarify this.
I've been a friend for you for a long time. I've done anything for you. I'm not listening to you lecture me tonight.
See you, Duran.
Thumbs up.
Yes.
Woo!
Wow,
I'm so
Bethany.
excited.
Wow.
I've been a friend for yours for 6 years.
We get a lot of this from Dorinda.
Dorinda's
A
the
lot
big
of-
clip.
I'm not the one with the headshot. Leave again.
Why don't you get another mugshot? Get another mugshot.
This season has been so good. Every episode has been on fire. I
Yeah.
cannot look away. The drama just, oh my God, it's everywhere. There's not one shot where I'm like, nothing's good. Like everything.
No, it was,
They're all losing their minds and falling apart.
It
literally.
is so fun to watch.
yeah, they really, Bravo season 10 of the show, they really got the right cast together. And I think to characterize this season, it's been the changing of alliances. I think this is a big...
Let's talk.
Let's talk about
yes.
that. I think when I always look at Housewives, I look at it the same way I look at Game of Thrones. It's just like, whereas alliances are changed, new teams are formed, and of course, you know, I think what you saw is the old guard, the original New York Housewives kind of formed together, which is Luann, Sonia, and Bethany, and Ramona's kind of doesn't like them. And then the big fallout was Bethany and Carol. That was a genuine friendship that, like, you know, you watch Housewives, you could tell they're friends, but are they friends off the show? That was a genuine friendship that existed off the show that completely fell apart before our eyes over something, I think, relatively small.
Well, that's why it's been so hard to watch because, like, as a woman, you know those close friendships, and it feels real and it feels personal, and like I think that's why viewers care so much.
Yeah.
Because you could tell that they were actually friends.
Yeah, so basically, I mean, the main feud of the season has been between Carol and Bethany, for those of you who don't tune in every week. And
Break it down, Allie.
the season has ended with Carol announcing that she will not be returning next season. I see Bethany complaining a lot about how she's so upset about the dissolution of her friendship with Carol. And people sometimes pick on her and say that she talks about it the way she talks about, the way someone might talk about like a relationship with like a romantic partner.
Right.
However, like Brittany just said, which is what made me think of this, is like, that is so true to so many female friendships that, you know, there's no way to, I don't know that men go through this as much, but like women a lot of the times like need to like break up with friends or they have falling outs and no one really knows how to handle that. And you watch that in Housewives and I think that's really like interesting to see.
It's gut-wrenching.
And it's so painful. It's so painful.
It's sad. You know, men, it's just like you can stop texting or whatever, and then a month later, like, hey, what's up? And like, it's fine.
No.
But yeah, no, I think it was sad. And what I could see, what based off like, you know, my Housewives philosopher scholar glasses on, is that
My Housewives monocle.
my monocle, is that I think Bethany seemed hurt that Carol was maybe wanted some distance over whatever happened off camera during the summer, which Carol said she went to LA to take care of a friend. And then Carol, I think, came back in not knowing Bethany was upset with her. And so it just escalated because both of them were so just not communicating and just like missing each other, like,
I'm just not buying Carol's attitude about this whole thing. I mean, Bethany is so clearly upset. She's so clearly hurt. She's tried almost every episode to express how frustrated she is. And Carol's whole like chill attitude of like, I'm not into that. I'm not a part of it. I just think that's like fake. And I would rather her just own up to it and be like, listen, I'm like done with this friendship. I don't really like you anymore. That is easier to handle than someone just totally ignoring
but I
you.
think Carol did like Bethany. When we saw in the Berkshires episode where Bethany actually confronted Carol for the first time, that was when you saw Carol really worked up because she was like, what the fuck's happening? I had no idea you were mad at me. I think what ended up happening, which is what we saw, is that Carol did tap out. And that's different because she was starting to get like Bethany's so emotional because Bethany, as recent news, her ex-boyfriend just passed away, which is so terrible.
sad.
Bethany,
Rest in peace.
yeah, rest in peace, and her divorce, and Bethany goes through so much real drama that we don't even really see on the show. That I think she's so emotional and was so hurt by Carol pushing away that, and Carol was like, you know what? I need a break for a second, which perhaps put that like standoffish attitude that's turning people away.
You say it's about changing alliances. I see it of changing identities. Each of these women are going through like a crisis of their own. Like, I think Carol's big thing is that she was sick of being the sidekick. She was sick of not getting the attention that she wanted and craved. Bethany's obviously the star of the show, and I think she wanted to carve out her own path. And when she separated from Bethany, she was a lot less interesting.
Right.
And she got booted off the show.
And she has a lot, I mean, Carol, as opposed to other housewives,
has a real career.
Comes from a really impressive professional background as a writer. And I think that, someone like Tinsley, it's easy for them to fall to the side, and Carol might want to.
Tinsley's Eloise in the Plaza.
Tinsley, what the hell is going on?
I don't. I mean, that episode when she was shopping for dresses with her mom was like the
Which is so
saddest and
oh my
hardest
God.
thing I've ever had to watch on television. I was like uncomfortable for every single woman around the world. It's like, you're ruining it for all of us.
I just like listening to her, like, the montage of all of the women reflect on the boat ride in Cartagena, being like, this was horrible, and Tinsley being like, I had no problem with that.
Yeah, like literally the boat's like capsized, and she's like, God, you're overreacting here.
But when you plan a party and you just want everybody to be having like a great time and loving it, and clearly that wasn't happening, and so
even
she was
when it's
holding on
horrible.
to like the middle of this thing, like, no, it's fine.
I know.
I feel like I'm watching a completely different show than you guys are because you guys were like so dramatic about this, and I'm like, look at them, they're drunk. Someone's naked again. Like, I literally just watched this to watch Sonya's private parts pop out. That's the only reason why I'm watching. I love that in the trailer they were like, oh my God, we're seeing her panties. I'm like, we've seen her labia, we've seen her clit, we've seen her nips, we've seen her beehole. Like,
very true.
She's the only reason I watch.
Very true.
I want to see her naked just putting things in her stupid little toaster oven.
Also, like her trying to sell her house. Have you seen those episodes?
Yeah,
I
it's
love how
ridiculous.
disheveled she is trying to sell that. Or
She's like, can
rent
you
out the house.
fix the sink in the basement? I had sex on it.
What? Yeah, she's all of
with
shit sex on.
And when they were they got really sick, and when they were cleaning up, and you saw that
Oh my God, little shit show. The housewife became a literal shit show. We
Luann
saw
was like-
Ramona's poop on the floor.
Yeah, well, sometimes you gotta go.
Yeah.
I mean,
sometimes you just
Ramona
gotta leave
was
some
saying,
poop
she
on the
said she
floor.
just felt it and it just fell out of her. I mean, I've experienced
Well, speaking
that.
of also,
Wait.
one more, yeah.
You actual turd just fell out of your butthole?
No, it's just like when you have to go to the bathroom
They
and
had
you
such
just
bad-
need to go.
Because I was like, you gotta do butt kegels.
And before we end
got
this,
loose
wanted,
ass.
I'm doing them right now.
before we end this, we do have to say just Luann. Luann went to rehab this season.
Oh, girl.
Resisted
But I
arrest.
saw Luann recently. She's back doing cabaret.
and saying she's a whole new beginning. Luann, you can't have 2 new beginnings in the span of a year.
I'm worried about Luann, guys.
Money
She's-
can't buy you sobriety.
Her level of delusion is like max right
Oh
So you
my
side
God.
with her over
I
Dorinda?
actually, you know what?
now. No, I don't side with either of these crazy
I love
bitches.
Dorinda.
They're all in the same boat. None of them are sober. Who are we kidding?
Let me just
They're
say one
all
thing.
in the same drunk boat.
I used to think that Luann was really, really delusional, and actually watching her talk about her challenges in Palm Beach and all of that, I felt
true.
like she was really real with us in a way that
True.
she could have easily been like, oh, well, the Countess has one too many once in a while, but she was like so real about it, and I was like, okay,
Which
yeah,
Bethany
cool.
gave her credit
Yes, and
for.
Bethany
She was
connected
like,
with
you're
her on
actually
that.
a real person
Yes,
now.
yes,
But
yes.
I understand.
What do
why-
we expect tonight?
Okay, what do we expect tonight? Good. I expect Dorinda and
Really?
Luann,
Yeah.
their friendship to end. I think Dorinda has said that publicly. They've barely spoken since they wrapped filming.
okay.
That's sad because Dorinda took care of Luann, so that's sad. I think Ramona and Bethany will cement their hatred of each other.
Yeah.
They do not like each other. This began in season 3 when Ramona said, you have no friends. Like, they do not like each
Well,
other.
I think they compete over the business side of things.
Yes.
And Ramona's jealous of like the empire that Bethany has
Bethany's
built,
the empire, yeah.
and that she doesn't support her
I
little
mean, they
tiny.
all are. Ramona's party and Sonia showing up being like, I got shoes.
I got my shoes! Yeah, my slippers! Yeah.
I'm excited to watch
Yeah, me
tonight.
too. Obviously, we are all very excited.
Yes.
Sonia needs help though, right? She's selling her clothes on the internet. That part where she was like,
yeah.
I leave the tags on my bathing suit so I can sell them afterwards.
was
I'm
really
like,
concerning.
you're
Or
on
she-
TV.
I love how much you're standing for Sonia right now. Like, we kind of forgot about it. You're like, no, guys, we have to.
Yeah,
we
she's
have to
the
worry
best
about
part of
her.
the show. You
Yeah.
guys are talking about all these other people who are all serious and dramatic, and I'm like, this is supposed to be a fun show, having a good time. I think Sonia
She is
should get
a
her
good
own
time.
show where she's just naked and selling stuff on the internet. I love her. Anyway, a film of the hit Fox TV series Family Guy is in the works. The big screen adaptation is being spearheaded by 20th Century Fox and Fox Television Studio. The news comes on the heels of a Wall Street Journal report that a Bob's Burgers film and a Simpsons sequel are also happening. Oh, yum, 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 yum.
Sounds good, except for it sounds delicious.
I just saw a donut on the screen.
Yeah.
I was like, I need a donut.
That donut looks good. Except I don't like when they mix animation and live action.
Oh,
I think we mentioned it on here before, but like that always makes me like, I'm like, why are you talking to that little troll? I don't understand.
Captain America things, are those like what you're talking about?
What do you
Or
mean?
not Captain America, Team America or whatever?
When it's
Is that
like
what
a
it was?
cartoon.
I just remember
Yeah.
Smurfs. The Smurfs movie had the Smurfs in the real world, right? So it'd be like the Smurfs running in the city and a hobo's like, I'm shitting in the street. And they're like, oh my.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. I thought that was
throws me.
weird. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather it just be straight
Straight up animation.
Yeah.
I don't watch either of these shows. But I used to watch The Simpsons, and they're just on for so long.
30 years.
I forget that they're on.
30
Like,
years.
They're still on.
Yeah, I used to watch Family Guy, but like for 4 seasons, and I was like, I gotta live my life.
I gotta go grow up.
I gotta go grow up. But some people don't. Simpsons, it's gonna be in its 30th season in September, which is insane. And I didn't know it began off a sketch from the Tracy Ullman Show in like 1987.
Yeah.
Like that's so incredible. So the fact they're doing a sequel, I guess 11 years after the first Simpsons movie came out, like good for them. The Family Guy thing, I go back with the animation live action. You just straight up like animation or whatever. So I don't know, we'll see. I think it's like this is Fox's push to do more animated movies because they DreamWorks, Comcast bought it. And right now Disney may buy them. So they're just kind of like figuring out, let's try to make some more animated movies based off of successful TV shows.
I just want a Lisa spin-off. She was always my favorite.
Yeah. Her just playing, you would just want to listen to her play saxophone.
I was Lisa Simpson growing up.
Yeah.
I played the saxophone, and I was like really about my books, and my brothers were like, "You're Lisa Simpson."
so
About my
are.
book.
Yeah, I was really about my books.
Does she like Barbara Streisand too?
I bet she did.
bet she did.
So look, she's wearing pearls.
This is
That's a
becoming
classy.
a real character
It's a
now.
classy child.
Yeah.
It's a classy kid.
Yeah.
She's wearing
I do
pearls.
like the pearls.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Well, anyway, while some shows are getting turned into films, others are getting turned into bars. A Rick and Morty themed pop-up bar recently opened in Washington, D.C. called Wubba Lubba Dub Pub. The bar features memorabilia, outfits, and signature drinks inspired by the popular Adult Swim cartoon. If you want to sip on a strawberry Morty's mind blower, the bar is open until October 6th.
If you're curious, we just got high last night and
Yeah.
chose the stories. So we were just like, they're making the show bar, they're making the show movie.
It's called Wubba Dubba Pub.
People love Rick and Morty. I've seen a couple episodes of it. It is a little like hard to follow if you're not totally stoned, in which case I can follow every single thing they're saying. But it's clever. Like all of these cartoons are like dark and clever.
Totally. I mean, they're adult cartoons, right? So like you said, like I've seen a couple of them. They're funny, they're witty. It's hard to follow it week to week or whatever because it kind of feels like the same thing.
Yeah.
But I do love like this bar. When I was reading the article, it sounds really fun if you're a fan of the show. Like literally you can dress like Morty or Rick. And if you dress like Rick, you could have a different entrance. And so you don't have to like wait in line. It's like really catering to these fans. So I think that's really sweet.
And I love taking these ideas and making them into like bars. Like I become so obsessed with shows that like I would definitely go to like, you know, whatever. Like they had the Friends Central pop up, and like that was crazy. Like everyone went. I wish I would have gone.
Right.
I meant to.
I just love like these people are giving fans an excuse to like get drunk and not be shame themselves for it. You know, like there's this Harry Potter bar called the Cauldron in London, and of course like you go in, you get robes, you get your own cauldron, you make your own drink.
I was thinking with the sorting hat on you.
Like seriously, guys, I would spend all day there, completely develop an alcohol problem, but like not be be okay with it.
But you don't get it. You develop it.
You develop right.
Yeah.
You develop it. You develop it at the Harry Potter Cauldron bar, and like I wouldn't feel bad about that. Like, Mom, don't be worried. It's artistic. I'm living out my dream, being a wizard at this bar. So I'm all for it. More bars like that are themed.
I think the Rick and Morty one is going to be well done, so I'm excited for that one. But I went to the Saved by the Bell diner in LA, and I was so excited. I dressed up. I was killing it. I had a great story that day. I showed up, and the whole thing is like designed for you to take selfies and like get picturesque moments. The lighting was trash. Like every corner you went to, it was trash lighting. There was all these tables where like you could like, it was a diner, so you were supposed to eat food, and that was like the experience. But then everyone was crammed together, and all of the staff were just like random weirdos, and they were like touching the fries. They'd be like, here are your fries. And I'd be like, ugh. And someone like handed me my drink by being like, here you go.
Thank you.
Like, what's happening? And it was so bizarre.
I mean, America's ability to ruin everything never ceases to amaze me. It's just like we want one good thing and then just we all run to it and just destroy it with our love. We're just like Lenny with the animals.
Especially with TV though, I would love like a Game of Thrones bar. Like I feel like, has anybody done a
where everyone just gets stabbed and
Well,
dies?
no, because there's
Everyone's Red Wedding.
Every day
You're
is
the
a Red
Ranger
Wedding.
Casimir, and everyone's like,
Milk of the poppy.
But there's already like Game of Thrones beers. Like there's like an Oberyn beer, so like that would be on tap, and you could come dressed
Wait,
up.
did you guys hear my milk of the poppy thing?
Yeah.
You can order a milk of the poppy.
I got it, yeah.
So
that helps
smart.
ease
And you
the
black
pain.
out from it.
Yeah, that's just the blackout one. Yeah, you drink wine or beer. That's kind of it on Game of Thrones, right?
Right, no hard alcohol. There's lots of theme bars. I don't know that I go to a lot of them. Like there's the one where you like are in the you wear the really cold.
Oh,
yeah.
The rooftop.
The heavy coats. It's freezing. No, the
I
ice
wouldn't
bars.
like that.
talking
I
about.
hate being
What are those
cold. I don't
ice
wanna do
bars?
that.
Yeah,
Everyone goes to the ice bars and takes photos. I
think they're just called
like
ice
10 years
bars.
ago.
I wouldn't have fun shivering. That sounds like a sucky time.
But your
I know, and
Instagram photo
I'm
would
cold
be,
right
But then
now.
you
I'm like,
drink-
It's a real sucky time.
it's a sucky time. I'm gonna go to the Beetlejuice bar though, because
Oh, yeah.
imagine like getting really wasted and like fucking Beetlejuice. Like, doesn't that sound like a great time?
Yeah.
I feel like
Sure.
he'd do one of those things where he'd have like a big snake tongue and you'd be like, oh no!
Honestly,
know.
think about the people you like get drunk and like go home.
Yeah, look
with
at
their
that. Oh my
Yes.
god, so hot.
Like you go to a Harry Potter bar, you wake up the next day, you're like, oh, Professor Umbridge? I didn't know I was into you.
No, I want the Weasley twins so bad. I was talking about this yesterday, but I just feel like it'd be
Please,
so good to just destroy them.
sexually.
Yeah, sexually destroy them.
I hope all
Ruin them.
these dreams of yours come true.
Yeah.
And, hope
Thank
we're there
you.
to witness them. I really do.
Yeah.
Well,
What an interesting...
step aside, Thin Mints. The Girl Scouts would like to tempt us with their newest offering, caramel, chocolate, chip, cookies. The new gluten-free cookies made with caramel, semi-sweet chocolate chips, and a hint of sea salt. It will officially join the Girl Scout family starting January 2nd.
Oh, fuck.
Don't read things like that.
No, I love
Girl
Slutty
Scout
Lucas.
caramel chocolate chip cookies. Oh my God, I'm just so.
It is
Ooh.
an intimate experience.
Yeah.
I'm so uncomfortable right
Just the
now.
way that's how the way it read
I
though.
want some
He used to
cookies.
be
I
a
don't
dirty
know.
slut. You are a dirty slut.
Oh yeah.
You're such a slut
I'm
for
a cookie slut. I'm 100%.
Yeah,
I've always been.
Who doesn't like cookies? Literally,
Demons.
Is that even a question?
Come talk to me.
Yeah.
You don't like
No, that's like you could say whatever you want about Hillary Clinton, but you fuck with cookies, I will fuck you up. Okay?
Well, who is like, no, like, you know, there's always one, there's a couple people who are always like, I don't really like chocolate. You always meet one of
I
those.
hate
trust
those
I don't
people.
really like chocolate.
Those people are so stupid.
Those
I don't
people are
trust
so
them.
stupid.
Also, the people who are like, I don't like chocolate, but I'll eat a Tootsie Roll. I'm like, what kind of animal are you?
Yeah.
Like, you're a trash person.
Were you
like,
raised by wolves?
Your
Yes.
parents probably beat you in a basement and they gave you one Tootsie Roll and they were like, here, this is chocolate, and you don't know what life is.
Totally.
Yeah.
I think that's what's happening.
There's that.
Yeah, I think it is.
Anyway, these new cookies seriously sound like they will be my favorite Girl Scout cookies.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I really don't agree with that.
Caramel and chocolate?
No. I like cookies. We established.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with cookies. I'm obsessed with the Girl Scout cookies. I love tag-alongs so much.
Tag along.
Tag-alongs
Yeah.
and
Samoa.
Samoas.
Same.
Yeah, that's
Oh my
nice.
God, I know. I'm
Samoa thing.
traumatized from Samoas. I can't eat them.
Excuse me?
No, they're different.
Peanut butter and coconut. Tag-alongs are the peanut butter ones.
Yeah.
Samoas are the coconut.
Yeah, sure.
Guys, I can't eat Samoas anymore because
I only get them
did
once a
this-
year. I can't remember.
I get them all year.
I did this bit on Fallon, and it was my first time being on camera there, and I was so excited. I was dressed like a Girl Scout, and I was like, yeah, you want Thin Mints? You want this cookie? And I go, you want samosas? And the whole audience was like, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, trágame tierra, I'm gonna die here. Like, this is so bad. It was like the worst moment of my life. Samosas?
Yeah.
Samosas are not cookies, Shannon.
They're also
Yeah.
yummy, but different.
Samosas
Yeah.
are the Indian savory pastry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, why don't they make a cookie called samosas so I don't look so dumb on TV?
Yeah.
I actually
Surprised-
almost said samosas.
I'm surprised you
I
came
always
back
get
on
them mixed
that.
up.
The last time I bought Girl Scout cookies, I was in Brentwood. I was in LA, and I got my sweet green, as you do in Brentwood, and I was walking. That's why I said that just to get you
So
so upset.
bougie.
The
I just
views
said-
are dropping like flies.
I know, they're like, oh, we hate Lucas. I was walking by, and this group of girls like jumped out at me, and I was like frightened at first because like it was like 5, 7-year-old girls just kind of attacking it.
721, move out the fucking way.
Yeah, and I was just like, and I ended up buying like 7 cookies, 7 boxes
Really?
of cookies.
Did they threaten you? Were they like gonna bust your kneecaps?
I felt afraid.
my
Again,
God.
this is me. So,
I'm surprised
yeah.
because I feel like, honestly, you act like a Girl Scout.
Yeah, I do kind of live by the Girl Scout motto a
You
little bit.
totally would be like an Eagle Scout.
Yeah,
Or like a
maybe.
brownie. I just,
Yeah.
Pretty bigger.
But that's the last time I bought them. Yeah, I love them. Who doesn't
Love
love
I mean,
Girl
that's the
Scouts?
only time at work I let one of my coworkers sell me something. Usually it's like, my soccer kid's chocolate bar. I'm like,
Right.
get out of here. Whenever they come with their cookies, I'm like, yes, 15
Yes.
bucks.
I have one issue to pick with the Girl Scouts. I just feel like they, sometimes when I see them at their stands, their parents are working a little harder than them.
100%.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
work for it. You know what I mean? Like, the cookies sell themselves, just put on a smile.
Like one mom was like, tell them what you do when you freeze them. Tell them, like, nudge the girl. Like, oh yeah, if you freeze the ferment, they taste really good. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what did I just walk? But that's LA though. It's like it's the
Yeah.
mom. You're like, this is how you audition. You're gonna be an agent this way. So yeah.
I love that though. When they're forcing you to have a conversation with a
Yeah.
child and you're like, oh cool, great.
Yeah.
And I open the box like this.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah. And you're like, okay, cool. Oh, great experience.
Totally.
Well, viewers, beware. A new teaser for the upcoming Warner Brothers horror flick, The Nun, was recently unleashed on YouTube. And frankly, it scared the caca out of the users. Outraged fans took to Twitter to warn others and voice their concerns over the ad, which was then quickly removed by YouTube. Why don't we take a look? Were you guys scared? Were you guys scared? Was everybody scared?
Lucas
Who was
is scared.
You scared? You scared?
Is it over?
No, it's gonna happen again.
It's scary. It definitely
It
is
is.
scary.
Imagine watching a video of like puppies and then all the users you click on it and then the freaking nun comes
They
out.
removed it. They removed
Right.
it. But
Yeah.
it is terrifying. I hate videos like that. They freak me out.
Isn't it also like dangerous for people who have like weak ass hearts?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
That is the diagnosis.
How many
weak-ass hearts.
many
Yeah.
grandpas have died after seeing that?
I know, and we really need to keep the grandpas
Yeah.
around.
And also, my thing is, I am offended for the nun community. The nuns should not be portrayed this way. The nuns, like, Sound of Music nuns are good people that sing songs and teach in Catholic schools and teach 7 children how to read and all that sorts of stuff. This is bad for the
That's
nun
funny.
community.
Most nuns are portrayed in a different light. I would say more similar to this. Difficult nuns, hitting you with rulers, Catholic school tough. Like, where are you coming from?
But then you know the capital of Vermont after that class. You know that.
You're more thinking of like a Sister Act nun.
Oh my God, I
You
love
want
Sister Act
like
nun.
Whoopi dancing, but
Yes.
teaching you and creating a better person.
Oh my God, singing Motown songs? Yes,
Yes.
that
That is your ideal
That's
nun
my idea of a
scenario.
nun. We need more nuns
So this
like
was
that.
very shocking for you.
Very shocking. My favorite childhood memory, I was 4 years old, is not when I met Santa Claus, when I met my first nun. There was a picture of it. I was so
I don't
happy.
know what to do with
I was
stuff like this.
beaming. That's when I knew true happiness, when I met my first nun.
You were so enamored by the church.
Yes.
I was.
It's really weird.
It's my calling, guys. I should have been the Pope. We all know it. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too late.
Yeah, it's,
I'm
I guess,
always
Too late. After that
skeptical
slutty
of-
read, it's too late.
it's too late. They
Aren't you
won't let me
always
in.
a little skeptical about young boys being enamored by the church?
There's a whole thing that just came out.
Have you seen Spotlight?
Yeah. But also.
Well, it's on you.
But I was reading about this nun thing though. It is like this Conjuring movie. Like there's been like 8 of them.
Conjuring.
Sorry.
The Conjuring of the nuns.
There's been 3 of those. There's been 2 Annabelles. There's been like now there's this nun movie.
I don't know. It all
That's
feels
true.
so sinister when you start mixing like religion. Like I'm already so afraid of this stuff, and then you mix in like the religion aspect, and
It's so scary.
I love it. I used to get in trouble when I was little for going next door to this like really religious family's house and like making them like turn off the lights and light candles, and I'd be like, "Let's summon the devil!" And then literally their mom would come out to the front of my house, get on her knees, and be like, "Ustedes son de Satanás, Satanás!" And I'd be like, "We're not Satanists. I just want to have a little fun. Like, lighten up. Like
Yeah.
Satan isn't a bad dude, okay? He's misunderstood."
Yeah.
Oh God.
I totally feel that. I mean, I think that if any of these like spooky, scary occurrences are gonna happen, it's gonna happen to like these religious groups because they're the ones who are trying to communicate with the other side.
True.
Yeah.
True.
I read an article that actually like people getting possessed has gone up. Like the numbers of like people claiming they've been possessed because like, you know, kids go on the internet and they're like, what should we do tonight? And it's like, oh, do you want to do a quick little witch spell? And they're doing it and like they need more people to learn how to like, you know, do exorcisms.
Right.
See, more people need black moms because no, like for real. Like
I
my
agree.
mom.
I would just
Yeah, like
that.
my mom is like, no, girl, no, you do not conjure up spirits. You pray to God. You do, because you're bringing that shit into your house. Like I'm so afraid. Like my mom doesn't even read her horoscope because she's like,
Totally.
that's the devil.
Yeah.
Like
Black moms,
Jewish, you just don't mess with that stuff.
Black moms, Jewish moms, Italian moms. If
Yes.
I told my mom I was possessed, my mom would be like, shut the fuck up! You're not possessed! Go make your bed!
Yeah.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Program
Like,
though, where people you could like sign up and they send you a black mom.
I think more people need black mothers. I think our country would be in a
Oh, the
completely
world would be.
different
Oh my God, the
I
world
would
would be a
say
better
It would
place.
be so much better. There would be so much less bullshit.
Oh, just-
because you're afraid of your mom. You're like, I'm not with that. Like, no.
Our political system would completely be different if everyone had a black mom.
Donald
Like,
Trump needs like 3 black moms, and
yeah, that bitch needs the
I mean, if you, it'd be like, boy, go home. You're not doing this. You're
Oh,
not running
sit
for
down,
president.
sit
No,
down.
but
Yeah,
94, 95% of black women voted for Hillary Clinton. This would have been a different story. But
what I'm saying.
moving a little bit off track, but I agree with you on this. I'm going to help you do this. This kind of got me reminding me of all the different like marketing campaigns. Remember, what was that devil baby one that was in the stroller that would go around New York City for Devils Do and just like
love that
jump
devil
out at people? Like,
oh,
yeah, oh my God.
Oh, that is so cute. That's Wes Borland's baby. Look at the eyes. Sorry, Limp Bizkit reference. I'll
Honestly,
never
it's
talk
probably
about
seen
this
worse
again.
babies
got
in
a
New
cute
York City.
onesie on, I guess.
Yeah, I would totally like be excited if I gave birth and that was my baby.
Stop it.
Like it would be cool.
You
You'd
would
be
be
like,
like
my
a-
baby's unique. It likes to have fun and it's ready to party. Look at it. It looks like it's having a good
My
time.
baby's got black eyes, no hair. It's not on his face.
it's like when people introduce you to their baby and you want to say like, oh, but then you see its face and you're like, oh.
Yeah. Oh, when you meet a not cute baby.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's when you say something like, oh, the onesie's so cute, because their face
yeah.
isn't.
Right,
The
the
onesie's so
I love
cute.
the onesie. That's a cool stroller. You got an ugly ass baby. Someone's complimenting a stroller.
Yeah.
That's sad. Nothing's sadder than that.
What, an ugly baby?
Yeah, because they should all be cute. And you meet one, you're like, oh
Well,
my God.
hopefully they'll grow up to be good looking. It's very sad
That's
to meet
true.
ugly adults.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard Brad Pitt was an ugly baby.
Brad
No
Pitt was
way.
an
No,
ugly
he was always
baby?
beautiful.
Oh, I was like, where did you hear
No,
that?
I made it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, sometimes people are so ugly that they're hot. Russell Brand.
Oh, yeah. I'm into it.
Isn't he ugly hot?
Yeah, for sure.
Is that who I'm thinking of?
Russell
Katy
Brand.
Perry's?
Yeah,
The
Russell Brand.
Yeah, he's like so ugly he's hot. He's ugly hot. That's
I
the
agree
thing.
with that.
I
No?
don't want to do it. Yeah, I wouldn't have sex with him.
But
I wouldn't have sex with him.
Oh.
I'm just saying he's so ugly that
That he's
sometimes
kinda-
people think he's
yeah.
hot. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause isn't there like an uglier person that's hot? Like, what about that guy from that movie Mask?
Ooh, what about Benedict Cumberbatch?
Ew, no, he's hideous.
He's just ugly. He's just ugly.
A lot of people are into him.
He looks like someone just like stapled a bunch of English McMuffins together, or English muffins together, and they were like put him in a microwave, and,
And
they're
then
like, this
nominated
is a
it
man.
for an Academy
yeah.
Award.
And I'm like, get out of here. I'm so tired of you.
But he's a really nice person and a fan of the show.
He's
it's
a
okay.
good actor.
Great actor, but I'm not trying to
Good
smash. That's it.
Yeah,
fair.
that's fair.
That's
It's fair. And then also another one. I'm going back to all these marketing things because I want to get Shannon's opinion on the It balloon tied
Oh,
to
I
sewers.
love
'Cause I
that.
imagine you going around the city just like tying the balloons
God.
to
Don't you have a
sewers.
tattoo of that on your ass?
Yeah, right when you spread the cheeks, there's a red balloon.
It's right there.
Yeah.
It's for only special people who earn it. Yeah.
It was so nice
You'll
to
float
meet
too,
you.
and,
Thank
that's,
you,
and
yeah.
then you'll float too, right there.
Yeah,
Perfect.
our first
Beautiful.
dinner, our first cast dinner,
Yeah.
I was like, guys, I
bent
really connect
over.
with you. And I was like,
I've never felt closer to you.
yeah.
Never.
Thank you so much. You want to touch it up sometime?
Okay.
Yeah. I really wish that campaign had been like the actual it guy in the sewer because
Right.
I think that's the stronger thing. How cool would it be if you were walking and then that like clown showed up and he was like, hey, you having a good day? And you'd be like, no, I live in New York City. And then you would just go down with him in the
Yeah.
sewer and be like,
But
kill
not only
me,
in New,
kill
York,
me.
in New York City, that wouldn't be the craziest person to come
No, but
talk
that
to.
would be
Yeah.
great promotion if they just had hands sticking out of the sewer.
Oh, yeah.
That's freaky.
Just hands.
Just hands.
I love Just Hands.
Just hands. Shannon's autobiography.
Yeah, Just Hands.
Just Hands by Shannon Coffey.
Well, that's all from us, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same table.